it's a weird opening, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zach.
We're watching Star Wars: The Clone Wars in chronological order. We're on episode 130. Alright guys, this is season 7, episode 9. If you've been following us, we accidentally watched out of order. That was my fault. We watched the bad, well, definitely was not. The Bad Batch arc, we watched that first. We watched that, and then we just finished the Ahsoka arc, which is like the first 4 episodes with the Martez sisters. So go watch those reactions and that post-talk. We get pretty intense. We start talking about evolution and
yeah, it all started with Trandoshans.
Trandoshan testosterone. But real quick though, that arc, what'd you think?
The Martez arc?
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
It was a little repetitive.
Yeah.
It had some repetition to it in terms of them, the sisters sorting themselves out, and Ahsoka's relationship between the two of them. I think overall it established some very cool details, especially with Maul and the Pike Syndicates and him with Crimson Dawn. He's playing the crime syndicate against one another. So I liked it.
Yeah, no, I liked it more than I did when I first saw it. It's just like, I know they had like 50 episodes being produced. And then they just thought, when they brought back the last 12 episodes, this was one of those arcs. And we've watched, this is 130. You know, like if this was some arc in the, you know, any other season, I'd be like, oh, this is cool. But like the stakes for me are higher because I'm running out.
Yeah.
You know, that being said, it's like high quality animated, high quality voice acting.
That's like what I held against the original ending to Samurai Jack in season 4. I had that episode about it with that little boy.
Did you have to wait?
I had to wait, but it wasn't nearly as long as the people that originally saw it air.
Oh no, hell no.
So, but I still had to wait.
Well,
I remember seeing that. Like I was watching it, just streaming through it on Hulu while I was up late drawing.
Yeah.
And that was the last fucking episode.
Yeah. Did you know, were you aware that there's going?
No, there was no announcement.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's like, oh, fuck. And then I still had to wait.
It's just one of those things. Like, oh, I guess they just canceled it here. That sucks.
Yeah. And then finally, later down the road, it's like that Priest manga.
That was great.
It was such beautiful artwork by Minhoo Young. They just got to a certain, like, I think it was it issue 16, 15 or 16?
I was collecting them. I can't remember.
I have them down there. I found them in the barn. Yeah.
Damn, that's awesome.
All in still decent condition.
Okay.
I have
like 5 or 6 of them.
Max and I were getting rid of shit to burn.
Yeah.
And I saw like, wait! I saw them.
By the way,
I thought these were lost.
Have you come across any of my old figures? Because one time...
In that tub, they were down in the camper.
Okay, yeah.
I have not seen them.
Oh, fuck. I wonder if your parents threw them away. That'd be terrible.
Yeah, unfortunate.
There's a lot to appreciate about the arc, especially how far it's come technically. And the dialogue was just, you know, besides some of like the playful stuff with the sisters, and it's like, oh, why? Just get over it. Like, it's very sophisticated compared to what I'm not complaining about what we got, but it's just more sophisticated. It's just like, with that sophistication came like dialogue that I was like, okay, I don't really care. Not, you know, I don't really care be talking about this again. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree. And that's where I was at with it.
Yeah.
You talked about that between the second and third episodes of the arc.
Yeah, it's like,
they already dealt with this.
Yeah.
And they open with them still complaining about it.
And I know it's like me being shitty.
I make a joke.
But yeah.
But I'm not going to. It's a marital joke.
Yeah.
It's like your wife bitching the next day about something you thought you resolved the day before.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, that's for sure a thing. Yeah.
So I thought we were over this.
And like me being shitty, I just like part of me is like, what's the point of the Martez sisters? These fucking chicks just complaining. Go get a real job. You know, that's just me.
Well, the one kind of had a real job.
And I'm like, what? You say that Han Solo? You fucking prick. You know, I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right. I guess I'm being shitty. That being said, I enjoyed it a lot more watching with you.
He was a smuggler, right?
Yeah, but it's like, go get a fucking real job, you know? Go back to Michigan and start working at a car plant.
Oh, yeah. It's a very different universe there, though. Well, I guess if you think about it, though, the vast majority probably are working real jobs.
Yeah, 99.9% are.
Yeah, and we're only getting the interesting stories because of the criminals.
Yeah.
Or the rebels. Yeah. Or the fucking bad guys.
Yeah.
So, because of the real stories.
I'll tell you what we got, though. We got, what's his name? My guy. Cecil? What's his name? God, the bitch.
Cyril?
Yeah.
That fucking guy?
Yeah, that is like...
Dude, fuck that guy.
I think he's hilarious, dude.
He has a very
And he came back for that girl.
I know. He has a very interesting angle.
What a brave thing to do.
He has a very interesting... He has a very interesting angle in that story, because that story's kind of darker, grittier, more serious.
Yeah.
And then you have this fucking guy.
Yeah,
he's like the Gollum. He's like the Gollum of that story.
Yeah, if Gollum came back and rescued the beautiful girl.
Well, Gollum does some redeeming things at some point in the story.
Yeah.
But he ends up...
Well, hopefully he...
Golluming that fucking story.
Hopefully Cyril...
Gollum, you realize Gollum's the one that
Yeah.
ended up being a key role in destroying the ring.
Yeah.
So...
It's the very thing he didn't want.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. What if his role in this ends up...
Well, he ignites the Republic or something somehow?
No, he ends up getting her killed or something to that nature. You know what I mean? Like fucking things
Well,
up
it's because of him. I also find her even more interesting now.
Yeah, I mean...
nothing to do with her lines or the actress.
No, she has an incredible performance.
Yeah, I'm talking about
I like her kind of like uppity...
What is saving her? Like, what does that do for her and his character? Because is now she going to feel like this pathetic, like, I owe you type thing? Or is she going to be like, and I'm not complaining if it is she going to be a little more romantically impressed with him?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because she's like...
I don't know if we need that in the story. Unless they do it in a way that...
Well, but I think it'd be cool because it's her, and she is the one who would least likely get involved in a romantic story. Because she doesn't have time for a romantic story, because she's like a balls to the wall, like, I don't have time for that. But then with her, they'd be like, oh my god. You know what I mean?
It makes me wonder, like, how... That might be like a sea anchor on that fucking character, though.
I don't know what that is.
The drag.
I love the first one so much, I imagine they'll do a good job.
I think they're going to do a good job. I want to see more of fucking... My
dude. Stellan?
What? No, he's not my dude. My dude, fucking Forrest Whitaker. No. Saul Guerrero. Oh, yeah, it'd be great to see him. Yeah, I want to see that crazy. I want to see my crazy asshole.
It'd be great. I mean, I feel like you have to have Tarkin involved in some way.
I mean, he oversees all of that shit, but I don't know at that point in the story though. Well, he's overseeing the Death Star's construction.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess he would.
Because things are going to ramp up. I feel like things are going to naturally ramp up with the escalation of like the drama and like.
Yeah, because it's going to elevate from just being bare bones, the ground level, recruiting Cassian to what's Cassian going to do.
Man, we're talking about stuff, and I want to do this, and I want to do more of these and more Attack on Titan.
I better keep going.
Okay, guys, it's getting late. And this, I don't know, you don't look tired at all, but it hit you fast.
It does.
Okay. If you want to support us, we're in this last season. We are going to jump into the Bad Batch because it's quick and I want to get that over with so we can start Rebels. But I want you to be in season 3 because I really, really like the Bad Batch. Anyways, check us out on Patreon. Let's jump in. Okay.
Outer Rim under siege. Separatist forces have launched a major offensive.
It is the last arc of an era.
It was really funny. You're an ace clone pilot, but you're not carrying any of the major characters on your transport.
Yeah.
And it showed this guy in this game simulator.
Yeah.
Like in a little gaming chair with like this thing around him. And shit, all these sparks flying around him. He's like this fat kid.
Oh my god.
Funny as hell.
This bridge thing. Is Coyote Mundi here?
So unfortunate when you think about the fact that he gets Order 66. He's like, bastard!
Yeah, real quick too.
Well, I can see things are going splendidly on this front.
It's no good. We can't locate the tactical droid. He's staying out of sight.
Anakin, where are you? I'm right here.
So we're getting a classic feel.
What are you doing down there? You're overdoing it. Again.
Master, I mean no disrespect. If you want, I can hide here with you and we can let the people in the city suffer longer.
Now, Anakin, you know
We can do things my way and help them now.
Great introduction, because since you know what's coming too.
I have come to surrender.
Surrender? That's a relief. Notify the tactical droid.
R2, how much longer are we stuck down here? Hang in there a little longer. Yes, sir.
Why have you ceased fire?
Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker has surrendered to us, Commander.
There he is. It's a trap, you fools. Open fire. Now or two.
I just love how they're using that classic music, and this is cool.
General?
Yes, Cody. You may join the fun as well.
Yes, sir. Rasta!
Bravo, Anakin. You've done it again.
Oh, I can't take all the credit. Your state of helplessness really sold him on my surrender talk.
We've received a transmission from someone using a subspace frequency. Fulcrum.
Perhaps the siege at Onderon has taken a turn for the worse.
No, sir. It's not Carrera. You had best take this transmission here on the ship.
Wasn't it a nice opening? Because it felt like those earlier episodes.
All right, Admiral. What's so important you brought us all the way back here?
Hello, Master. It's been a while.
I don't believe it. How are you? Where are you?
I wish we had more time to talk, but I have urgent information for both of you.
What is it, Ahsoka?
Lady Bo-Katan and I have located the renegade Sith Lord Maul, and if we move swiftly, we believe we can capture him.
This just looked more like the Empire too when you walk
Yeah,
in.
the officers.
Everything's starting to.
Yeah, transition.
Yeah.
All makes sense now.
What?
If Ahsoka hadn't left the Order, she wouldn't have been where she needed to be.
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it, I suppose.
Sometimes I think of how cool it would be if they redid it all in this art style.
I think too. That's his ex, the one he loved. It's his sister.
That's also one of the great stories in Clone Wars too. When Maul killed her.
Ahsoka, I'm so glad.
We'll have to catch up another time. Things are moving quickly.
Oh.
Every minute we waste here.
We understand. Please, follow me.
Anakin doesn't like being put on the back burner.
Well, he's still very, he's not a traditional Jedi. He loved Ahsoka like
Bo-Katan had been
a sister.
trapped in
And I think she loved him, but he's still
I was able to
more,
obtain
he's more
some
un-Jedi-like than her, I think.
pipes in Obadiah, which helped her pinpoint some of his previous locations.
What were you doing on Obadiah?
That's a long story.
You're certain of this?
He arrived 2 days ago.
So why not take him yourself? Or to be more specific, what do you want from the Republic?
I don't have the numbers needed for a siege. Without a complete lockdown of the city, Maul will escape again. That's why I'm proposing a joint operation. If we are successful, you'll have Maul, and I'll have Mandalore.
I will advise the Jedi Council of this development.
There's no time. Maul's influence on Mandalore is destroying my people. He murdered their ruler.
And still does. But I cannot allow my feelings to cloud my judgment. The Council will decide what our course of action.
I don't know about that.
I mean,
So, that went well, all things considered.
You two certainly haven't changed.
Is that a bad thing? Come on, I have a surprise for you.
can't get over that moment in the Ahsoka series.
Oh, when
If they're fighting,
yeah,
fucking glorious.
yeah, it absolutely was. It did the lightning strike with the Vader.
And it showed him walking.
Yeah.
Like at first the shadow, and then it was actually him. It was just so fucking cool.
Company! Attention!
As soon as Rex and the guys knew you were back, they got to work.
The paint job's a little crude, but we think it gets the idea across. Glad to have you back, Commander.
Rex, thank you. But you don't have to call me Commander anymore.
Anakin, Rex, prepare all forces. We're jumping to hyperspace immediately.
Yes, sir.
So the attack on Mandalore was approved.
No, it's Coruscant. Grievous has attacked the capital.
What about the Chancellor?
Shock T has been sent to protect him, but Master Windu has lost contact with her.
Tavern.
Not to worry.
You're going to abandon Bo-Katan and her people?
Ahsoka, surely you understand. This is a pivotal moment in the Clone Wars. The heart of the Republic is under attack.
This is why the people have lost faith in the Jedi. I had too, until I was reminded of what the Order means to people who truly need us.
I'll divide the 501st. Make a new division under Ahsoka's command.
Unfortunately, Ahsoka is no longer a part of the Grand Army of the Republic.
We'll promote Rex to commander and have him lead the new division. Ahsoka can go with him as an advisor.
I accept. That is, if Obi-Wan agrees.
Put this all on me.
Very well. May the Force be with you.
If you're gonna face Maul, you'll need these.
What's in the box?
I took care of him. good as new.
Anakin. Good luck.
This is the last time they see each other.
I don't want to spoil it, but you remember Anakin and Obi-Wan, their last time they saw each other, it was a very similar, goodbye, old friend.
When they've taken off.
Yeah. I know you didn't have to wait years to watch this season, but don't you feel like the good job they did with the weight of that responsibility, I think?
Commander, I have Prime Minister Almec of Mandalore on the comm.
What is the meaning of this invasion? The Republic presence here is a direct violation of our treaty.
We know you're Maul's puppet, and we are coming for him.
Ah, Mistress Bo-Katan, the traitor. I should have known you were behind this incursion. Siding with the Republic will make you an enemy in the eyes of the people.
I'm fine with that.
You're nothing like your sister.
Is that me?
Okay.
Like,
Cool.
amazing leader, philanthropist, pacifist.
Prepare our forces for an all-out attack. Rook, inform the Syndicate of the invasion.
It's been a while since we had a fight like this. Are you ready?
No armor.
Like it's not obvious that Maul has influenced everything that's going on there.
Yeah.
Can you confirm the target's location?
I can only confirm that Maul has not left the city. Saxon is already scrambling his defenses.
So now when you obviously watch The Mandalorian Season 3, you kind of see, like...
What are you waiting for? Get out there! Race you to the surface!
Just back to just cutting people in half, like playing that inspiring music. No, please, God, no! Just like...
Get the fuck out of there, man.
So now you also know their history a little bit, like Ahsoka and Lady Bo-Katan.
Hate you.
Some things never change.
Did this 501st make it back with the rest of the 501st when they stormed the temple?
You will have to see. That is a good question.
So it actually does show it though.
Yeah, you'll get that answer.
We're meeting stronger opposition than anticipated. They've already taken the docks and are moving on your position.
Escape to the Undercity. You will be met there.
I want to hear Sam Witwer as Maul advising the paint job on these things.
Yeah. No, it doesn't look anything like me.
No sign of Maul yet.
We can't sustain a long siege. I'll head for the throne room and deal with Almec.
We must ensure Maul doesn't escape.
If he's here. If he's not, then all of this plays right into his hands. Commander X, this is CTO-292. I think we have something.
I'll be right there, Captain.
I wonder how many people are going to talk about how much I look at you during certain parts. I don't like reactions, but I like your reaction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
I know. I know people are like, oh, dude on the left's homo.
Yeah.
He's fucking.
Well, if I am. I'm not. Having sex for hot girls.
That's the idea though. It's like, oh, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Captain Bond, what have
I
you
want
done?
that stain on your.
Oh, wait, no, you know I don't think that.
To the Undercity, when we engaged one of the leadership, Gar Saxon. He disappeared through there. Seemed in a hurry.
What's down there?
System of tunnels.
Let's move in.
I like the shoulder antenna thing, but I feel like that fucking thing will be broken off in no
The
time.
Jedi was
Yeah.
sighted entering the lower city.
Then it's just as our Lord predicted.
Imagine how irritating it would be to be invaded.
Oh, fuck yeah.
These fucking
I'll
bugs.
do my shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Dave had a good handle on, I think, the type of fighting. Mm-hmm. And we see that in The Mandalorian Season 3.
I feel like this guy doesn't deserve to be this good. That's cool.
Where's Maul?
You were never the politician your sister was.
Ahsoka, come in. You're walking into a trap. Ahsoka!
Is he looking for Obi-Wan then?
Yeah, he'll answer that question too.
You have to think though, if he anticipated Obi-Wan would come, that Anakin would probably pop up too.
Yeah.
Maul's good, but he's not good enough to, I don't think, take on both of them.
No, not when they're at their height.
Yeah, and
I mean, he did. There were moments when he did pretty damn well against them.
yeah. But I feel like this at this point is probably their height because.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Maul was a
Dooku
lot.
still held his ground against them though.
Yeah, he did.
So it's like maybe he still could. Maul, that is.
Well, I guess I don't know anything about it, but I guess they have a great fight.
I'm assuming Dooku wins, or that I'm assuming Maul at least escapes.
Yeah, not Maul escapes, but I guess it's really good. It's one of those things that should have been produced, but Disney said no.
Lightsabers make such a funny noise.
How do you not stay together?
I don't know. Because for cinematic purposes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Commander.
Okay, so he died.
It was a Rex.
Oh, okay. Where the hell's Rex at?
He's with the other chick. He said she gave him an order to.
Oh yeah, to go support the docks.
Yeah.
I was hoping for Kenobi. Why are you here?
Okay, Zach, what did you think, man? Like, this is, to me, I mean, it's obviously part one, but we're getting into the end game, and you're seeing all those, the hottest woman I've ever seen in my life, Blue Twi'lek.
Oh, I don't.
Ayla Secura.
Yeah, that's the.
She is on Felucia. Yeah. Like,
so it's setting up the stage for the.
Yeah. And they're going to they're going or they already are arrive at Coruscant.
Yeah, it's like getting Tartakovsky's. They originally gave us the dose of that.
Yeah.
You know, Grievous's kidnapping the senator and everything, or Chancellor, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's setting the stage for all that shit happening in the background.
So now you know this was going on. There was a war on Mandalore
at the same time.
At the same time as a battle of Coruscant, and like I said, throughout Revenge of the Sith. You'll see the idea of that. What do you think, and what does that do for you in terms of a fan of those movies?
Well, I mean, those movies, in spite of that particular movie's shortcomings, it has great moments, but also has a lot of shortcomings. But I like those moments that it sets up in the references. I like
it enhances. I would say the movie enhances the story of all these stories, knowing that like this is going on at the same time.
Yeah, well, it just enhances like I said, it enhances those moments. The fact that they got the call, that Coruscant's under siege, that they have to go in the middle, like it's taking you in one direction as far as these talks go, to go and assist on Mandalore and getting it approved with the council. All of a sudden, that gets interrupted. Yeah, and now they go their separate ways abruptly, and that's the last time she sees him and knows him as Anakin Skywalker. Yeah. Well, not the last time, as we know now in Ahsoka, but more or less in living flesh. Yeah. The last time she sees him as Anakin. So it's kind of like, fuck.
Well, it's funny. Now I'm watching this, like, fuck, we need to just get in the Rebels. But no, we're going to stick to our guns, and I think Bad Batch is great, and I think you will particularly love it. But Rebels, I don't like as much as Clone Wars, but it has 3 or 4 episodes that are better than anything I've ever watched in Clone Wars. And I love Clone Wars.
It has higher heights.
And then the rest is like above average. Yeah. But I think you'll like the characters. Like there's 3 or 4 characters you stay with them the whole time. There's not like, well, this character or that character. Now we're going to focus on the clones, and now we're going to do this.
Well, I know that Tarkin's in it a little. Yeah. So I'm excited to see that. And
Bad Batch. Yeah. And
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I was talking about Rebels. Yeah. Like
Rebels. I know like Thrawn's in there.
Yeah, and he's great.
Later, but I know that he's in there.
And Kanan, the Jedi, he's fantastic. Yeah. There's great things, but you got to warm up to it a little
bit. I know Maul's in it a little bit, right?
Yeah, and it's good stuff.
And
so
Vader even makes an appearance, I believe, doesn't he?
I don't know. You have to see.
He does.
And
maybe lie to me.
Well, I was going to say, I know Maul's in Solo. I can't remember the timeline, so I know he's alive after this. Yeah. So. But yeah, the idea the battle's going at the same time. We brought Olmec, that piece of shit, back, who was this puppet leader for Maul. Mm-hmm. The thing where she did a little short hop with her jetpack, and then did a move. A lot of people didn't know it, but when it happened in Ahsoka, Yeah. It's no, Ahsoka.
No, it was Mandalorian, right?
Yeah, they do that in Mandalorian season 3.
Yeah.
They have a fight, and
it's the fight where she challenges the leader of that.
Yeah.
Of her former army.
Kind of like that tall, handsome dude. Yeah. They do that there, and it's I forgot how great that fight was.
Tall douchebag dude.
He's kind of a douche.
He was a very big douche.
But he
respected it after.
He respected it. So that means something to me. The idea of the clones like saluting Ahsoka. How'd you feel about that?
I mean, like Anakin said, it seemed like when she came back, Anakin's like, "Oh, hey, you're back. Here's all this shit. You're back, right?"
Yeah.
Like it seemed very, I won't say desperate, but very much like he was.
Well, he wanted to get the gang back together.
Well, that's the thing. Is like it's painful for me to see.
Yeah.
But I do understand it.
Yeah.
Like it's because I've experienced it.
Yeah. It's like you sleep with a girl and then it doesn't work out and then you start hanging out again. You're like, okay, and you try to get back into how things work. Yeah. And okay, wait, slow down here. I'm just here to, whatever.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Cowboy.
Goddamn. But
I've embarrassed myself now. And that's kind of how I felt for Anakin. Like he's
a little
bit, but it didn't end that way. But that's how I felt. Like he was kind of a little bit.
Yeah, it didn't end that way. But at first, it was like she was like, "Slow down, cowboy. I'm, this is more important, and I'm not back."
Yeah.
But so don't get your hopes up. But she's back, and it took a second for us to get there. But I think we had to see Anakin. I love Anakin, but like he's got emotional issues. He was born a slave. Fucking Jedi use him, lie to him. They lie to Palpatine, and have him do all the stuff he shouldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't want to excuse some of his bad decisions he makes, but he's certainly young. When I saw this, he was like way older than me, and now I'm 36, and he's 22. I'm thinking, you know what? Now I cut him slack. At first, I excused it.
Well, he makes some pretty god-awful. He doesn't make just like bad decisions. He makes some pretty fucking terrible decisions.
You made terrible decisions.
I didn't kill a bunch of kids.
No, you did not.
Okay, like not even accidentally. Like he fucking butchered them twice. The sand people.
Yeah, they had it coming.
They had it coming. Their whole culture just needs wiped off the map. Boba Fett felt different.
Yeah, I know. You're right. Which gave us one of the great arcs. But yeah, I think we need to see that of Anakin a little bit, so you also see how he feels about her and how hurt he was from it. And actually, Matt Stover said he wants to go back and he's made mental revisions to the Revenge of the Sith novel just to have like Ahsoka on Anakin's mind, because he's followed this because he's like a Star Wars fan, and sometimes super fans don't always write the best stuff, but he does.
Yeah, because
he is and he does.
They're too indulgent.
Yeah, but he wrote 2 or 3 of the best Star Wars novels I've ever read by far. But he said he already has all these mental revisions that he would do, just like when he was fighting Dooku. Some of the stuff that like he's up, like when he cut off Dooku's head.
Yeah.
Like the idea that, like all this was because of this guy kind of thing,
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Also, the fight in the beginning, how'd you feel about it? They're trying to recreate that Clone Wars magic, I think.
Bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of captured the magic there a little bit. It
like that.
I wouldn't say like lightning in the bottle again, but it was.
It's like
the
that
music.
That can't be magic.
Yeah, the music and the moment, and like Anakin walking up nonchalantly and dodging the blaster.
Yeah.
And shit. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing down there?"
Yeah.
So it did its job well.
And
the droid, when he cuts the fucking tactical droid's head off.
Yeah. When he did that and it became like this really swift sequence, I thought that was really cool.
It was good. It was cool.
And the visual cues of the transition from Republic to Empire, with like the aesthetics. How'd you feel about that?
I think it's obviously a natural.
But I know it's appropriate. But like, did you feel like that's pretty cool, or like how'd you feel about like the art's come a long way, but did you appreciate like that upgraded?
They even talk about that in the Tarkin novel. Tarkin's discussing about the new uniform changes and things like that.
Yeah.
Where I believe it discusses there in the beginning a little bit about how it's like kind of the final transitions of becoming what you see in A New Hope. And I believe, anyway, I've only read it once, but I just think it's, like I said, it's appropriate, it's cool.
Okay. Yeah.
The lighting, everything looks good.
And I told you about this. I'll have to show it to you when this show wraps up. Dave Filoni did not know they were ever going to do this arc. So he gave a hint of it to Ashley Eckstein on stage at Star Wars Celebration. Just like showed her concept art of the 501st wearing her face paint, and she started bawling on stage. She's very emotional. Yeah. She's like very in love with the character.
Very engaged.
Yeah, and then when she got the call, I guess D. Bradley Baker got the call first. He called her. He's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, don't tell anyone." Dave has this hilarious thing where he says, "I have a trust tree, and once you get out, you're out." He's like, "Oh, you're all out." He's like, "D, you're out now. I didn't know this." So he was like, D told everyone. And I guess Sam Witwer knew, but he just, because I guess Sam and Dave actually have a really good rapport or a friendship almost. But D. Bradley Baker ended up telling Matt Lanter and Ashley Eckstein. And
went and told everybody,
Yeah, or it trickled out.
The band's
but
back
he
together.
definitely called, because they heard rumors, but they didn't know. They don't tell those guys a lot, really.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm so glad, though, that we're here. We've been doing this for a few years, though, and I think when it's all... I know you like the Clone Wars, but I think you'll like the way it ends quite a bit. So anyways, guys, make sure you tune back next week, and if you don't want to wait till next week, check us out on Patreon. The last 3 should be on there. So